Hey guys, welcome to the next episode of Chat E. Happy Sunday. We are getting back into our rhyme and rhythm, which is really exciting because we took a break, but we're ready to rock again. We're ready to rock and roll. There's a lot of really exciting guests coming up this evening and within the next month and a half, so get ready. Let's do this. Hi everyone. So excited.
Hi.
How are you? Oh my gosh, I just moved my light, so sorry. How are you?
How are you, beautiful?
Good. I'm so happy to see you. I just moved my light. Now we're in a bad space. There we go. Perfect. Good. I'm so excited
You're
to have
so
you.
gorgeous. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. So are you. Thank you. I'm seriously so pumped because the more we've spoken, I'm like, we're literally going to be such great friends, and I'm really excited about it.
100%.
I think social media is a great. This doesn't ever happen. We're good. We're good. Social media is an awesome way to connect with people, and I'm so excited for you to take this evening, Dezz, to tell your story.
I'm so excited. Thank you for having me.
Of course. So let me start us out with a little intro and then you will be good to go. So hi, everyone. Welcome to the next episode of Chat E. Chat E is an opportunity for young entrepreneurs and young professionals to share their story. Quarantine's been really hard for everyone, just having to deal with life during COVID and kind of figuring out, what's our next step? What do we want for ourselves? We've had a lot of time to think. And there's so many awesome young people who have taken advantage of that and just are now thriving and doing great things. So a couple weeks ago, I came across Dezz on TikTok, and then I was like, oh my gosh, I need to speak with him. And he is the founder, creator of Sad Boy Apparel, and he is here this evening to tell you guys his story, for us all to have an opportunity to get to know him better and just to do his thing. So seriously, so honored to have connected with you, to have you here, and that you're available to chat and to dive deep and hear your story.
I'm so excited. Honestly, thank you for this opportunity. I'm so excited.
Absolutely. And seriously, so sorry about my light because that's never happened. And literally, I hit it and it fell on me right in the beginning. So my apologies.
It's for good luck.
Totally is for good luck. At any point, if you see me looking down, it's never because I'm not listening to you, but because I'm taking notes just to add on anything else that I think of that I want to ask. And if questions are popping up in the comments below, then I'll make sure to take note of them and ask them when they are appropriate. So, would you like to take a second and kind of just introduce yourself?
Okay, so hi everyone. My name is Dezz Pier. On the internet, I go by your boy Dezz. I'm a 22-year-old young entrepreneur, and I'm the CEO and founder of Sad Boy Apparel, a brand that stands against bullies.
So excited. So you just kind of introduced a little bit and kind of told us stands against bullies, but do you want to dive a little deeper into Sad Boy Apparel and just like the meaning behind it, how you kind of got started with that?
100%. So I always wanted to start a business, and similar to how you said during, COVID and quarantine, a lot of us, got thinking and creative fluids and all that stuff. And I was like, you want to know what? I'm going to be 22 years old, and I was reflecting a lot on my life, and I kind of just wanted to create something that was meaningful. And, similar to how you said when we were chatting through text, it's more than a clothing brand.
100%.
And that's what I wanted to do, and that was kind of the whole idea behind it. And of course, I had experienced bullying early on in life, so I knew that if I had somebody similar to what I'm doing currently now, it could have, prevented me from a lot of pain. So that's where Sad Boy Apparel came from. I'm collecting all the misfits. We're becoming a huge army. That's what I call them, the army. We're soldiers that put on our uniform every day, no matter what we've been through. And we stay strong together. We're better together.
I love that. I've never heard that before. That's amazing. It's like, it's a movement, it's like genuinely a movement, and people ordering from you or like checking out your brand. It's not just clothes. Like you're making a statement and you're sharing that like we can all stand together, because a lot of people do encounter and deal with bullying, and it's something that sticks with you always.
Yeah, I always say, and one thing I was telling TikTok, actually, they're here to the left. I have some of them here.
Oh, amazing. Good.
Is that, sometimes I wish that my bullies would have just hit me, because the words stick more than a wound,
Yeah.
So
no,
I
do.
definitely agree with you on that, 100%.
I do. Like, I just have one experience too. Like, it was like 8th grade, and I didn't stand up for myself. I like didn't stand my ground. I was always so kind, and I had this group of girls that were just nasty. And like in high school, we were friends. Before that, we were friends. But it was to get a reaction, not even because they didn't like me. And that's the only time I personally have dealt with that. But it's taught me to stand my ground, and I don't tolerate BS from anyone else, or like I'll stand up for
Period.
other people. But it still bugs me that
Yeah.
even, it's still like hurtful, because I'm like, I didn't do anything, why were you mean?
Yeah, no, 100%. It haunts you forever, literally. And no matter
Like
how hard you
sickening
work on
almost,
it,
like,
yes, seriously, no matter how hard you work on it, it's still there. It's always in the back of your mind. And that's really why I created Sad Boy Apparel, because so many of
I
us
love
don't
it.
know how to stand up for ourselves, you know?
Totally,
So
it's
you
so
have
hard.
us. Yeah, it definitely is hard. It can be hard, especially if it's your first time, like you said.
Yeah, and like it haunts you. So just quick question, just because it looks so good, how did you pick the green? Your eyebrow and your hair, I'm like
Yeah,
loving
so I
it.
have
The detail. It's amazing.
green is my favorite color, and
Love that.
this is my favorite collection, the Lightning collection, and we have some lime green there, so that's kind of where the color came from. But
I
I
love
definitely
it.
had to incorporate that for Lightning.
Amazing. That's so great. So do you want to
Thank
talk
you.
about the inspo behind like the designs and everything that goes into your
Ooh,
clothing brand and
that's
like
actually a really
all
good
of that?
question. I'm so excited.
And you can just
So
talk about your collections too if you'd like to. I'd
yeah,
love to hear about it.
100%. So I have my pretty much my main design, and it's crazy because I was talking to my parents about this before I started, was I wanted to do a spiral. And the meaning
Mhm.
behind the spiral, instead of just being another tie-dye design, is it's a tornado. And if you're in control of your own tornado, you can make your daily choices that way. You know what I'm saying? Instead of letting the tornado drag you around and go left and right, you're literally wearing your own tornado. You're your own storm, and you can control yourself and your life. So that's pretty much where the design came from. She's like, whoa.
You're so cool. You're
Thank
awesome. I love
you.
it.
You're awesome. You seriously, you're making an impact here on the internet.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, so that was kind of like the design as
It
far
was
as like the spiral.
That's
Now
it.
for
I
the
love it.
colors, we have a lot of, different designs there. If you want me to dabble into that, or I can just
Yeah, go
say
for
one
it.
or
Go
two
for
of
it.
my favorite.
I'm gonna pick and choose what I want too. So yeah, definitely. I need to hear
I
them all.
love that for you.
I need to
Um,
hear them all.
I love that for you. So I guess I can start off with the Heaven collection. I actually have some here if it's okay. I
Totally.
have it
Yeah.
in the package. So this is the
Wonderful.
Heaven collection. We have our Nike socks with our hoodie. You can also get this in tees. And the inspiration behind this was actually my best friend Damien. He is a trans man, and
I
pink
love it.
and blue meeting purple is actually the flag for the community.
Mm-hmm.
So there was that one. I
That's cool.
have Legacy here as well, which this is going to be super fun for summer, very, very bright.
Heck yeah.
And I just kind of was inspired by another friend of mine. He recently had a baby, and he's trying to create a legacy for her. So that definitely resonated deeply with me.
Very
Then
cool.
here I have Lightning, which is what I'm wearing currently. So that is this guy right here with the Nike socks. And honestly, this one is just for me. I love Lightning. I always say, be lightning, because unlike thunder, you're silent before you strike. So that is this guy. She's
You can
like,
write a book with
hello.
all these like quotes and all these sayings. What the heck?
I
Sometimes you
love
just
that.
hear stuff and I'm like, damn, like now I'm gonna have to use that every day. I'm gonna think about that, but in the best way. But that's
I
like
love
so
it.
empowering. No,
Thank
it's so
you. That's
empowering. And
literally what I tried to do. It's literally
hell
what I tried
yeah.
to do. And then my
Eh,
last one is here. It's just the What About Us, which is a charcoal gray, almost black. And this
Love
one
it.
was actually directly inspired by the Army, which is my babies, my team. So,
Cool. So, does every order come with a sweatshirt and socks, or are you just showing both, or how does that work?
so
Or they're
you
all
can
separate?
either you can either purchase the sweater alone, the t-shirt alone, or the socks alone, or you can do bundles. I have like t-shirt and sock bundles for percentage off, things of
Lovely.
that nature. And maybe soon, that's actually a good idea, a hoodie and sock bundle. That'd be really nice.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm like empowered by you. I love it.
Oh my God, thank
I
you so
don't,
much.
but I haven't made a decision which one I want. I kind of like the dark one, but I also like the lightning one, but I also like all of them. So it's going to take forever. I'll pick. We'll talk at the end of the day. I'll order it before the end of the night. So I'm excited.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you.
Always, of course. So in regards to your like logo and what your sad boy statement,
Right.
right?
Okay.
Where
Right.
did you come up with that? Yeah. How did that
So
come
this was
about?
actually like literally handmade by me. Everything that people see is actually literally handmade.
That's amazing.
I love lightning bolts because, of course, the lightning and thunder thing, and then
Yeah,
the
of course.
frown, of course, because like we've spoken about earlier, no matter how hard you work on, getting rid of those thoughts of when you were bullied, you're always sad. It's always a thing that's in you. It's always something that haunts you. So I kind of wanted, sad boy. I feel like it's just a reflection of me and hopefully, the people that I'm trying to stand up for.
I think that's
So
really
that's
cool.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank
And
you.
you're welcome. So you said you started thinking about your business in general in quarantine. So did you start in quarantine?
No, actually, what
We didn't
happened
talk about
was,
it.
and what literally made me like, okay, I have to do this is I was turning 22. And I
Yeah,
think,
yeah.
we have a lot of pressure in this world to be somewhere by a specific age. And I was like, oh my God, I'm 22. I'm still in college. I am a college student.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I haven't done anything but college. Like, I'm
Yeah.
still working on that. And
No, I
that can
feel
be
you.
kind of, yeah, that can be kind of like intimidating when you see, the Kylie Jenners of the world or, those type of people. So I was like, I need to do this now. And I was extremely depressed around that time because of those thoughts. And I was like, you want to know what? I can save someone. And I don't want to wait anymore.
100%.
Yeah, I don't want to wait anymore. I want to save people now. The time is now, seriously.
That's so cool. So where do you go to school? We haven't even talked about all this personal stuff.
I actually go to school at HCCC. It's community college here. This is my last semester. And then I'm heading to NJCU for another 4 years.
I didn't ask you where you live. That's bad. I usually do. I don't know where you live.
I live in Jersey City, New Jersey. It's very
Oh,
close to New York.
I
Yes, you
know.
were
I
here
know.
actually.
I was there not that long ago. Two of my best friends live there. That's amazing. I love it. Actually, I'm very fond of Jersey City. I might be back in June.
Oh my God. Can we please see each other?
Yeah, I would love to. Oh my gosh, that would be so fun. Yes, 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 yes,
That would
yes.
be amazing. That's our perfect time to collab. Seriously.
Totally, totally. We can definitely make plans. That would be super fun. Wow, congrats. And you said you're doing 4 more years in school?
Yes, I'm trying to get my bachelor's, you hear me?
You sound like me, it's
Master's,
okay.
hopefully doctorate in computer science.
Good for you, that's
So
awesome.
let's see. It's hard, but I'm pushing.
Totally, but it's really exciting to kind of have like a lot of different options and avenues because you have entrepreneurship and can learn so much through your experience as a whole, connect with so many people, but also have a degree in something else. So that's really awesome.
100%. I kind of wanted my degree to be like the day job and then my business to be like, my hobby that I hopefully make big.
That's and I mean, eventually you can kind of give up on the 9 to 5 and then do your thing.
That's the goal. Fingers crossed.
You'll make it happen. You'll make it work. That's awesome.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Totally. Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I went to school for education and lived abroad for a little bit and was teaching. And then now I'm in a school again and I'm still working on all my other stuff, but I am a teacher. So, and I like it. It's cool, but I always told myself that wouldn't happen. But then I'm like, I'm figuring it out now.
You're so young and you have such a smart head on your shoulders. I have no doubt that you're going to make your dreams come true. Seriously. 100%. 100%. Like, seriously, you're very well educated and I know that you can make everything happen for you that you need to.
You're so sweet. Thank you. When you told me, when I was like, hey, do you need anything? And you were like, I did your research on you. It's like, I don't know if anyone's ever done their research on me. I'm so flattered.
I wanted to make sure that I was extra prepared, I didn't want to come on here and be like,
Like, also, if I was like a whole mess and I'm like talking to you and you're like, I hope she's like legit, because I could just reach out and you want to make sure, because I feel like in the beginning when I first started doing this, I feel like I didn't look into my guests as much as I should have. Okay. And so like I've learned so much through experience, but now I'm like, okay, like I make sure like my questions are super lined up and like I know as much as I can, but then I also learn so much from my guests too. But thank you.
I love it. You're doing great. And I love like everything you're doing. I think that it's just such a great opportunity for others. And I think that if you continue, you can seriously have a really great thing going for yourself.
Thank you. My end goal is to have my own talk show. I don't know when it's going to happen. I don't know what'll happen, but I just think there's such a need, whether COVID's a thing or not, for like community and for people to realize, hey, we're all different, but there's a lot more that we have in common than we don't.
100%.
And so just like connecting people and like doing our thing,
100%. I agree. And always say, I will have my own talk show. That's,
you're right. You're right. It's on my wall. It's on my wall.
Oh, I love that.
Manifesting.
I love it.
One of these days, once I figure out everything else, I will totally make it happen. So when you're creating a new brand of any sort, you're picking all these colors and coming up, you said everything you're making yourself. Do you have much of a creative background? Because you're not going to school for art or anything like that. So to be tie-dyeing and doing all these things yourself, like what, does any creativity chime into your background at all?
I would say yes. I've always been creative.
Yeah.
Always, as long as I can remember. I used to take like construction paper and make like little frames for my mom and like redo little
Mm-hmm.
things in my room that I would see on YouTube, but with my own little spin. Very, very
Totally.
young. I'm talking like 8 or 9.
Love
Um,
that.
so I can definitely, relate to that. And then I draw occasionally. It's not the best, but
I bet it's
when you
great.
receive Sad Boy Apparel, that whole thank you card, I should have had it
I
with
just
me.
saw it. Yeah, I saw it. That's cool.
Yeah, it's completely hand drawn by me through my iPad. So definitely I have the creative background and
Love it.
there's my outlet. I always say this is my art. I turned my pain into art and I'm so excited that people are seeing it.
Yeah, and I mean, the thing that it's yours makes it like so much more desirable, because I was just thinking about it too, like recently whenever I like subscription boxes a lot. Like I order a bunch
Ooh.
of them just because they're so fun. And so whenever I get them, like there's certain ones I've gotten before and they're wonderful. And then there's other ones I'm like, dang, why did I buy this? Or like same ordering from small businesses. Sometimes the stuff is quality and great. And other times I'm like, dang, I could have done this at my house. What's special about what you did
Right,
to send to me, And I
right,
paid, and
100%.
I'm not saying I'm not supportive, but like sometimes when people put
No, yeah.
work into their product and like their business and stuff. So for you to make all of those different parts super like you is
Right,
great.
personalized, yeah. No, I
So
definitely
personal.
wanted to make sure that people understand when they're purchasing from me, like, this is all of me. Like,
Yeah.
literally all of me. Like, everything is in here. Like, I put as much customization and quality as I can into everything that I do. And I
And
get
that's
that actually from a teacher, which is why I'm so excited that you are one because they're so influential, like, seriously. And she told me, if you're going to put your name on anything, make sure it's the best work that you've done.
true.
And ever since then, I took that and ran with it.
And it's like so exciting. I feel like so many artists like on TikTok, I've come across so many people who are doing amazing things, like so cool,
Yeah.
so creative. And I'm like, bro, like seriously, you start with having a couple orders and all of a sudden people know who you are and you pop off and then like you have so many and it seems like so much more work, and I know you won't do this and you're just going to continue to put you into it. I can just tell like the
Right.
type from the second we started talking, the fact that you sent a voice memo back to me was everything because I like do that to make it more personable when I reach out to people.
Yes.
But some
Yes.
people would be like, who the heck is this? Like,
Yeah,
why is
no,
she trying to talk to
100%.
me? I don't know, homie. But like, I feel like it's so much better. And the fact that you did it back though is for me huge because I think that's super. See, I did it too. Super personable and like, an opportunity
Yeah,
for us to connect and really talk. And that's how I was
100%.
like, oh, we could actually be friends. Like, let's actually hang
Yeah.
out.
No,
So
1000%. 1000%. I agree. 100%.
just continuing always to, even as everything blows up, to put all that into it. And the fact that you've started like that, it's like evident that that's just like going to continue. You are going to be such a huge part of your
Right.
brand, which
No,
is so
I try. Like, I think that, you can't, like, people are paying for this. You know what I'm saying? I know how
totally.
hard people work for,
Yeah.
their money. And especially during now, if
Yep.
somebody's willing to spend their money on me, it has to be the best work that I've done. I would never, ever, ever, ever. I think throughout this entire time, I've made one mistake, and I literally gave them a discount code and free. I felt so bad. You know what I'm saying? You have to make sure that your
That's
customers know that you're there for them, and you
totally
appreciate them buying from you because you're a small business. It's not like an H&M or Forever 21,
right.
like,
Yet.
So that's that.
Not an H&M or Forever 21 yet.
Oh, yes, I love that. I love that. Thank you.
Manifestation. All of my dreams will come
Period.
true. They're happening.
Period. Hopefully, I'm
Period.
praying.
Yes. I mean, but actually, and that's so important. I've also ordered from people and like something came ripped or like, something happened.
Right.
And you kind of like do just because I feel like I have connected with so many small businesses. I really do like check in with them and like value our relationship, but like also
Right.
like customer to like business.
Oh,
And
I love
sometimes
it.
it's
Yeah.
great and sometimes it's not.
I can see that. I can
Like
see that.
So I feel like the fact, though, that you're human, of course, you're going to make mistakes. Something might get ripped in shipping. Like, stuff happens all the time. That's like, you're not in charge of UPS. Like, you're not going to hand deliver everything if someone's in a different state, unfortunately.
That's so scary. That's the scary part. Like, seriously, you put your best into something, and then it's just out of your hands for a couple of days. You don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, but people need to be understanding if that's the case, though.
Yeah, I definitely have been blessed. The one person was so sweet about it. She was a doll. I love her, and she has come back multiple times to repurchase. So I've been very blessed in that sense. She knew that it was an absolute mistake, so I've been lucky, and hopefully it stays like that.
Yeah, no, it will. It'll be great. It'll be great. So of all of the things that you could start a business on, why did you choose to do a clothing line?
Oh, wow. That's a good question. You got that. That's a good question. Okay. So I honestly, makeup, you put on and you take off, hair, you put on, you take off, other things you put on, you take off, but clothes, it sticks with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you always are putting this on every single day, and you're wearing it hopefully for 6, 7, 8 hours. And I just kind of wanted, like I said, whenever people wear my clothes, I want you to feel like the army is literally with you in spirit. I always tell people, when I put on my clothes, I could have worn anything today. It's not because it's my interview. I could have worn anything, but I put this on because I wanted to feel them with me. They give me strength to go forward, and that's hopefully what I would hope that other people feel when they're wearing the clothes. So I think that that's my main reason for starting clothing. So yeah, I just want you guys to feel like, we're all here with you when you're putting on the clothes, and you can really do whatever you want.
That's awesome. I think you're right. Like, makeup, hair, like, literally lasts for 5 seconds, right? You just take it off at the end of the day, and you can wear your clothes again, and they mean something. Not saying makeup and hair can't mean anything, but
of course,
it's not the same. It's not the same.
Of course, 100%. Like, it's so, I guess, like, amazing. It's the best feeling in the world when people DM me and be like, wow, I wore the sweater, and today I was having such a bad day, but I put on the sweater and I really felt good. Like, what? That's what I'm here for. That's why
you're doing it. Yeah.
100%. That's why I do what I do, So it just makes me feel great when that happens. And that's why clothes.
That's amazing. Dana Marie just said, supporting Sad Boy and Dezz with an order was the best decision ever. High quality clothes, completely love the design, and customer service is unmatched. Since he is the absolute sweetest.
I love
Rocking the Heaven hoodie right now. It's like having a long distance family you've never met.
Oh, I love you guys.
Yeah, there's so many hearts. People are popping off for you. They love you. This
awesome. Is my army. This is my army. I love them.
I love that. I want to be a part of it. I'm in the army. I want to be a part of the army.
You are. No, listen, and that's one thing I always say. Anybody who's here can vouch for me. You do not have to purchase from me to support me. I want the movement to be supported. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's number one for me. So you don't have to purchase from me to be a part of the army. You're already here, babe.
Well, either way, but still, no, I love that. I think that that's so empowering. It's like such a sign of strength, and you're not leaving people out, And I feel like everyone has experienced bullying to some extent, even if they don't necessarily realize that's what it was. Like, everyone has experienced it to some extent, or they've been the bully. And, like, you've been on one side of the spectrum, and a lot of times when you are the bully, you have your own stuff you're dealing with, so that's how you take it out on other people. And it doesn't make it okay.
I always say the bully has been bullied. 100%.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, by someone in their life, even if it wasn't like a kid at school. Someone in their life has hurt them that they feel that they need to do that.
It really, really sucks, and it sucks that bullying has touched so many people in the world,
And taken lives of so many people.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just happy that, people have found me. If you ever join one of our TikTok lives, it's very helpful. We talk about things like depression and all of that stuff, and we help each other out, and that's what this is all about. That's what Sad Boy is, helping those who need to be found. We're a band of misfits, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah. And if anyone tries to claim by any means that they are not part of that because we all got our stuff, then they are living on some cloud that doesn't even exist.
I love that.
Not a thing. Like, good try, though. Thanks for trying. Dezz is honestly the best. Love him. He supported me, and I'll continue to support him. He's the easiest person to talk to, and he's so understanding. He's easily become a best friend overnight.
Oh, my God. I love you.
in high school, Dezz would always stand up to the bullies. He really stood up for anyone and everyone. It's a big deal, my dude.
100%.
For people to be
Listen,
saying these things about you is like, you're making an impact. You're inspiring
I,
people to be better and
I
to
hope
help.
so.
That's
I
so
hope so.
cool.
That's all I ever want. I always used to tell my mom, like, seriously, like, she's in the next room and she's here watching. I always said, Ma, I don't know what I want to do in life, but I know I just want to save people. I want to
Yeah.
save people and I want to really help anyone who needs to be helped. And I feel like I found my place. So I'm excited. I'm really excited.
My best friend Cass just said to me the other day, she said, it's not about everyone knowing who you are. She's probably here. Cass, can you tell me, what did you say? It's not about like being famous, but about making the difference. I don't know. She'll tell me and then I'll tell you, but it was really cool because it's not about like everyone knowing who you are, but everyone knows what you've done. Kind of just like you've changed.
Ooh, I love that. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not phrasing it right. I'll get back to you on it, but like it was just really cool. It's not about like, you're not like Justin Bieber, like, I don't know. Could be. But like, you know what I mean? Not everyone is like, oh my gosh,
No, I
their
get
face,
you.
like we
Yeah.
recognize you. But like when they find out that like you're the person behind that, they're like, damn, you've made a difference. Like you've done something and changed it. When I was talking about my goals too, it's just like you still have some privacy, but you're making a difference for a lot of people.
I hope so. I really, really do. I just try to be as open. My goal honestly is to create a community where people feel safe. It really is, you know what I'm saying? And I just want to help people with what they're going through because we are not alone in anything. And I always say that anything you have gone through, there's thousands of people that have gone through the same thing. Whether you think you're alone in that moment, you're not. Yeah. Like seriously. And an example, the other day I was feeling very body dysmorphic and I went on TikTok and we spoke about it. Oh my God. Like Ellie, the reaction was insane. So many people were opening up, and that's what this is about. Open up about your story. Let's help each other grow and, you know, gain our confidence back and feel happy and healthy because that's what we deserve.
And being who we want to be and not worrying about what other people
100%.
think, even though that's really hard sometimes.
It definitely can be hard, especially with social media. You know, I was speaking about that earlier. It's very hard. It's very hard. You want to fit a certain, you know, shape, and not everybody is that, you know, piece of clay or molds, you know? So it's very hard.
I've seen a lot of people, I feel like on TikTok there's a ton of positivity, but I've seen like recently some people have been like trolling on people who have gotten big, and I feel like, you know, they're just jealous, they're being nasty, and that's going to happen, period, when people find out like what you're doing. But I don't get it, you know? It's just like,
I don't.
You really have nothing better to do.
Yeah, I don't get it. I mean, and what I always say, I think I've gotten like a handful of mean comments, nothing crazy. And I always tell them, and this might be like my sarcasm, but I would say, thank you for helping my algorithm. God bless you. Like, actually, literally, that's the best thing you can. You know, you have to just leave it up to somebody else to handle it for you. I wipe my hands clean, but thank you for being here. I appreciate you.
No, totally. Me and Cass like religiously watch RuPaul's Drag Race, and they're about to do like the finale next week, and RuPaul was like asking all of them to like just like share why they deserve to win and stuff, and he said whoever wins, or any of you, like for strutting your stuff, for being who you are, and he said just don't read the comments.
Yeah.
Just like love you, you know, you do what you're doing, you're just like shining and being amazing, and continue to do you and be the most authentic version of yourself, and don't worry about other people.
There's always going to be someone that doesn't like what you do, you know? Always. You can't please everyone. And I think I learned that very, very quickly.
Yeah.
Very quickly, yeah.
So. I worry about that sometimes because I feel like my skin is thick to an extent, but I definitely take a lot of things more personal than I'd like to. So that's something I'm working on for myself. It's like a personal battle for sure.
Right. It's an everyday process. I mean, I think that a lot of people believe I'm so confident and I'm like out there and all this craziness, but I'm human, you know, like we're all human. We have our good and our bad. And I make sure to let people know that, like, hey, I don't want you to think I'm just another internet person. Like, I always tell them, this is all fake. This is hair dye. This is jewelry. This is clothes. You know, when you take it all off, I'm human. At the end of the day, like, I'm human and I hurt the way you do. So it's very important to stay strong, but allow people, you know, to know you're human and things happen.
Sometimes we have our stuff. Exactly. No, definitely. So thus far, you said you have sweatshirts, you have socks, and you have your t-shirts. Do you plan to like kind of expand your collections in the future and go into sweatpants or hats or like anything else? Do you have a plan with that?
100%. 100%. So we've had hats in the past. We had dad hats and beanies. They have then sold out. So we're bringing back, I've also had sweatpants and those have also sold out, but we are bringing back the summer style. I'm looking into shorts to match the sets for your hoodies and your tees. We're looking into accessories. I kind of have been very recently inspired by other clothing brands, which are quote unquote competitors, like bigger brands like Forever 21, Shein, stuff like that. And I was like, wow, this is really a one-stop shop. So that's kind of where I'm trying to transition Sad Boy Apparel into, is being like, accessories, tops, bottoms,
Like you have
hats.
it all. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. But people can definitely expect matching masks coming very soon,
That's a good idea.
and bucket hats as well. So that's a
Well,
little sneak peek of what's coming soon.
I bought a bucket hat that I've never worn yet because it was like winter when I bought it for the summer, but I would love another one. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no, 100%. Whatever style we have here is going to be in a bucket hat for sure.
Sounds fun. I love it. That sounds super cool. So you said you're doing all the work and all the tie-dyeing and everything yourself. Have you set up like an office space to kind of keep yourself organized and like a place where you're doing all your work? Are you doing it outside? Or how are you taking care of all that business?
Right. So actually, I had to transform my bedroom into my office, hence all this
It looks
here.
good. I like it. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Your
So
website looks
I
good too.
invested. Thank you. So I invested in, this area here. I bought an iMac, a table, all that stuff. I have recently, thanks to TikTok and the support they've given me, been able to purchase a storage unit. And it's like a mini
Cool.
warehouse in there. It's pretty large. It's a mini warehouse in there. So that's kind of where all the work happens, the shelving, the inventory, everything is all in there. So I'm really excited for that.
That's really cool. Do you think, this is just a personal question, do you think that the iMac has been, like, this is like a business personal question, that the iMac has been beneficial? Because I need to get a new computer soon because my Mac, I have like a laptop, but it's like old.
Right. So actually, the same exact thing happens to me. I have a MacBook, and it's very old. He's still handy for things like essays and small work, but the
Right.
Mac was definitely the best upgrade that I did. I feel like it can handle more intense work, such as editing for YouTube or, working on a website that may freeze a laptop or something like that. The iMac can definitely handle that. So it was definitely a really good investment, and the camera is better than the MacBook. So for meetings, it works great.
Ooh, maybe that's my next investment. I don't know where I'm gonna put it, but that's a good idea. Ooh.
Yeah, he was a pretty big investment, but I'm like, should I get
Oh, for
another
sure.
laptop or a iMac? And I'm like, let me just get something more stationary. It's a bigger screen, of course, and I love it. I do all my work there, so I love it.
That's awesome. Amy Ann just said, I love that you refer to your laptop and computer as he. LOL.
Yeah, I like things have feelings.
I'm teaching kindergarten the other day, and that was like, or I'm teaching kindergarten right now, and they were just like the other day, we're talking about living and not living things, and I was trying to tell them that things like don't have feelings, like a computer, they'd be like not living, like trying to explain that. So if they talk to you, I'm not going to let them because they're going to be so confused about what we learned. They're going to be like, but Miss Hamburg, you said that they don't have feelings. That's so
No,
funny.
I love to refer to things like that, and also makes people laugh and smile. So I'm all for that. Like they'd be
No,
like,
I
"Hey, hold
love it
on, wait, what
too.
did you say?" And they start laughing. So
It
I
is
love
so
it.
funny.
Yeah, it's definitely a good
Alrighty.
investment though. So
Yeah, no, definitely. I got to look into that one, but I think that's a really good idea. How long into your business did you get up a website and like figure out all those marketing strategies with?
ooh, oh my God, I love that. So on my free time, I actually read thousands and thousands and thousands of articles on strategies and marketing and all that stuff. So that was like kind
Mhm.
of in my background way before doing Sad Boy Apparel. I was always on YouTube, articles, buying books, magazines, like seriously researching this day in and day out. So 3, 4, 5 a.m. Thanks to
Wow.
quarantine, it allowed me to do that.
Right.
Um, so I did that, and I remember speaking about Sad Boy Apparel to my parents, and my mom said, "There's no way you're starting this business without having a website. No way, like
Yeah,
no way." So I had the website actually from day one, which was
that's
January 1st,
awesome.
2021. Yeah, she was like, "You
Yeah,
have to do it." It didn't look the way it does now. It was
sure.
obviously very just basic, but
Yeah,
it grew. Yeah.
of course. And have you done that all yourself too, or did you hire someone else to do it for you?
Yeah, no, everything. That's what I mean. Like everything
That's
is me.
awesome.
Any editing, any videos, any the. It took me and my mom 8 days to figure out how to make the website do just basic functions, which was adding something to your cart and checking it out. Now we have a bunch of fun stuff on there, but it took us literally 8 whole days to figure out, like hours and hours, how to figure out this website.
Yeah, I struggle with that kind of the technology stuff big time because there's just so many ideas all the time. I have a
Yeah.
really hard time like getting all that stuff completed on my own.
Listen, I can help you whenever you want. Seriously, I'm here. Like that's what I love doing is helping other people grow, helping other businesses flourish. So I'm here for
No,
that.
yeah, I
It's definitely
appreciate
hard.
that so much. That's
No, it's
awesome.
definitely
Thank you.
hard.
Yeah,
100%.
not a strong suit of mine at all. So, how have your emotions felt after being so raw and real with the world, because even though we're talking about being super authentic and the importance of it, you didn't have to do that. So like you've come forth and been like, this is something I'm dealing with, I want to relate to you. And I guess we've kind of been talking through this kind of stuff all throughout, but like, has it been kind of like an emotional roller coaster? Because seriously, like a lot of people are scared to come forth about things like this.
Yeah.
And so how have you been emotionally and just with all of that, with being so authentic and raw?
Okay, first of all, I love all of your questions. They're so amazing.
Oh, thanks.
I love it. So, I think, well, when I woke up to my video having the amount of views that it had, I was going through the comments, and that's one thing about me. I respond to every single person, and it's not just a thank you or heart, it's customized. Like, literally, you can see it.
Yeah, of course, you should.
And so many people were sharing their stories on that one video. Just like, wow, this is needed. Wow, my kid went through this. Wow, my son, me, this, that, and the third. And I was just like, oh my God, this is without even me sharing my story. At that moment, they hadn't known what I've gone through. So I was like, imagine if I do. I can really help people. Like, I can really help people. Sure. So I was just like, you want to know what? I have to do this. Of course, it was an emotional roller coaster. I was crying that entire day because I was just thrilled that people were finally seeing Sad Boy Apparel. And fun fact, it had only been a month that I've been open since that had happened. So that was actually very, very insane for me. I was very emotional at the success of the business, but I was even more emotional that people were accepting me for me. That was the first time in my life that I had a plethora of people that were like, wow, I love you. I love what you're doing. I'm accepting you no matter what you are, who you are, and where you've come from. So it was definitely emotional. And, I just want to be as authentic as I can. Of course, I have my privacy, but if I feel like I can help somebody, yeah, I'm going to get online and I'm going to talk about it. Let's have a chat. Let's speak about this. Let me help you with what you're going through, and hopefully in return you can do the same.
No, that's awesome. I think that one of my favorite things about Chat E is like meeting people that are really authentic and real. I just think that's so important, and people can see right through you. If like you're pretending, they know. And like you said, we all have our privacy and stuff. That's our own battle that we have to figure out. So we don't have to tell everyone everything, but it's important if like you are portraying a message, like if you want people to get something and connect with you, you have to be as real as possible. And your authenticity is written all over you. Like it's so evident, it's so clear. You're doing such an awesome thing that is so needed and so strong and cool. And seriously, with the amount of comments we're getting, just like people are being impacted by you all the time and love you. And it's amazing, Dezz. It's really, really, really cool.
Thank you. So I just want to change the world, man. There's so many. It's so sad. Me and my mom, we were actually driving the other day and we saw this woman and she was crying in her car. Like, we were on opposing lanes. And I was telling my mom, like, there's just so many hurt people in this world. Yeah. If I can find a safe space for them, like, that's all I want to make a safe space. Like, if I had a safe space, trust me, I think I would have been in a better place when I was 8 or 9 years old. So that's all I want to do is help people save lives and create a community where we could be ourselves, truly.
Literally saving lives. And I mean, during this pandemic, the amount of lives that have been lost and like the things that have been happened have gone unreported to an extreme. Like there's so much BS that has happened that they're not talking about, because I don't know about New Jersey, but we didn't go back to school until March 1st. We've been virtual all year. And
we're still like virtual.
Completely?
Like some schools go in person, but very limited amount, and on certain days, and not throughout the entire semester. They cut it short. Yeah.
We're doing hybrid, but it's ridiculous.
Very weird over here, yeah. No, I was talking about that yesterday. Literally.
Like us keeping kids home. Just like keeping people home, and like domestic abuse and neglect and just like not being fed and just like mental health. Everyone's dealing with something mental health wise. Seriously, like we all got our stuff, and so it's just so sad.
Right. Listen, it's 2021. I think it's time to be real about things. Like, the world is only evolving, and we can't stay in this stagnant place of, I'm good and everything's together. Like, we're human, man. Like, we are human, and that's one thing that I love about me and my mom's relationship. We've been open since the day that I was born. Like, literally, we talk about everything. Awesome. And she speaks about her problems, and I speak about mine, and we help each other. You know what I'm saying? And it's important. Really great. It's really important. And like you were saying, people are home now, and it sucks. And that's one thing that I thought about immediately. I'm like, now these kids are going to have to go back to home, which is, where they're running away from sometimes, so it's a lot. And now more than ever, I feel like kids and even adults need a safe space, like what I'm trying to create.
Totally. Yeah. No, I mean, and not everyone, that's really awesome that you have that relationship with your mom. My mom and I are good friends too. We just went to Nashville together a couple weeks ago, actually.
So I love fun. That is goals.
Yeah, we had a good time because we were on spring break because she's a teacher too. But yeah, it was fun. But I mean, a lot of people don't have that, and there's definitely stuff her and I don't talk about too. You know, like that I wouldn't. Right. So I mean, yeah, I mean. I said 9 times, blah, blah, blah. But that's really cool that you guys can connect.
It's not good. We're human. We're in it together.
Oh my gosh.
I stutter more times than you think. Like literally, I feel like my brain works faster than my mouth allows it to talk.
Like, you know, like I'm gonna go brush a shower and take a teeth. Like, you know, like when you're so tired, you're gonna brush your teeth and take a shower and you swap it or something like that. But that's like how I'm feeling right now. It's all good. We're good. So what you?
We're all good. We're good.
We know you have your website up and running, but what else do you use to like market yourself and promote your business?
Right. So I think marketing is so important. I did speak about it before that I've done so much research. I use TikTok a great deal. That's where all my babies are. So I use TikTok a great deal. But besides TikTok, I think that Instagram is an amazing tool. Connecting with other creators, similar to what we're doing now, is an amazing tool for both of the creators to grow. I enjoy YouTube. We have a very small community over there, but it's growing daily. And honestly, word of mouth and I have an amazing, team around me and friends around me that help me out. And even my Army babies, like I got my biggest order ever from Dana, who referred me to Michelle. So just word of mouth and social media. Social media is really, really huge. You'd be surprised the amount of people that you can impact through social media. Seriously.
Definitely. Everyone that I've connected with, I think through Chat E, almost everyone has lived in a different state than I do.
And I think that that is so amazing. And I think that that's like literally honorable about you. You're willing to reach out to other people. Like that is so cool. That is so cool. Like seriously, I looked at your little resume and I'm like, wow, she has had like some of the most amazing people on here. Seriously.
Oh my gosh, thank you. There's a lot of exciting stuff to come. It's very fun and very cool. I actually, like I said, I was living abroad for a little bit. So I lived in Spain. So one of my friends is a journalist in Madrid. And so we interviewed not too long ago, but I think I'm going to be interviewing one of his friends who also works in journalism in Europe as well, but she was living here for a couple years. So it's just like a really, really cool way to connect. And just like everyone's doing something cool that's their own, So it's just really like spreading the word and chatting and connecting. But it's been really fun. And I mean, a lot of people that I want to talk to too don't respond to me, but I just keep trying.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's very like brave of you to like, quote unquote
slide
into the DM.
Sending my little voice memo, and then some of them like, yeah, most of the time it goes pretty well, but sometimes I'm like, okay.
Whatever's meant is meant. I always say that. Whatever's meant is meant.
Seriously. Exactly. No, it's true. It's true. Whatever's meant is meant. I like that.
Yeah, 100%.
Totally. So when you're starting a new business, it usually means that you have to invest into yourself because things are expensive and you're not like getting all the things that you need for your business for free. So when you started, so what was the official month that you started? When did you turn 22?
I turned 22 in November, but the official launch date was January 1st, 2021.
Damn. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's amazing. Wow. Thriving. Look at you. Heck yeah.
Isn't it crazy? It's so fat. I'm beyond blessed. Seriously. I thank God every single day and night. Like seriously, every single day and night. And I, of course, thank my beautiful people that are here and support me.
Of course. No, that's awesome. That was so recent. That's great. Good for you.
Yeah, thank you.
So, but what did you like tap into like money that you'd saved up, or did you set up like a new account to kind of decide on like what you would use to invest in your business? Because anyone, in order to be successful, you have to invest in yourself, period.
Yeah, no, 100%. So, I did say that I was thinking about business throughout quarantine. So I was saving immensely. At the time I had worked at Home Depot, so we were an essential company. I was just hustling so hard because I knew that I wanted to, how can I say, I knew that that wasn't like my forever life. Like I knew that I wanted to do something bigger than this. So I was just saving so much money. And that's when I literally came to my mom and I was like, Mom, this is my bank account. I want to start a business. And she's like, what? And I was like, yeah, no, I want to start a business. I really, really do. It wasn't an insane amount of money, but it was enough to get us up and running. It was enough to buy the website, buy, the clothing, the tools that I need to make the clothing. Because of course everything is blank and I have to make it. So that's dyes, that's
Yeah,
bleaches,
totally.
rubber bands, X, Y, and Z, packaging, all that stuff. So
Yeah.
I definitely did save. What I can say about my website for any up and coming business owners, I do love Square because they give you your own card. So all of the funds go onto there. So that kind of helps me balance now. And that's kind of what I take from now if I need anything for the business.
Explain that one more time. I'm a little confused. Square, what did you say?
So Square is the website that I use, and they actually provide to you a business card. It's literally a bank card. So all of the transactions go through there. So anytime you shop from there, it goes straight onto that business card, and I use that for transactions and anything related to my business.
So
So
is
it
it kind of
definitely
like a
helps.
credit card?
It's literally like a bank card. Like that's the best way I can. Yeah, I guess a credit card. It's a bank card. So any transactions that happen, it just goes through there. And
That's
that's
cool.
helping me now stay organized. With my personal money and things of that nature.
Yeah, no, that's really cool. And I mean, seriously, I feel like a lot of people don't see profit for a while or they give up on themselves
Yeah,
before they have the opportunity.
yeah,
So that's really cool that you've moved up so quickly. I didn't realize that Sad Boy Apparel was so new.
yeah. That's why I was literally crying that day because it's like, oh my god, whew. It's been like it was literally a month, and I think I want to say 3 days that I had been active on Sad Boy Apparel, and that video went, as big as it did. So I was just feeling very blessed. I was over the moon, over the moon. I had called my grandmother. I was crying on the phone with her. It was crazy because it's so new. I was like fresh. You don't see this type of success so much later. But I do agree on the fact of, you don't see profit for a while. A lot of the money gets reinvested. But that's what
Totally.
good business owners do is put their own needs aside and reinvest into the creative process and into making better quality for their customers.
Oh, 100%. And
Yeah.
if you don't do that, I mean, that's when you start sending out those
Yeah,
products that the quality, like your customers are realizing that that quality is not that great.
100%. And you can't grow if you're not willing to reinvest. So I
Right.
have a very, strong mind in that I don't care what I make off of it. I want my business to flourish and I want the word to get out. So
Yeah, of course. And it takes time, to
yeah.
build.
It
I
definitely
think
does, and I feel like so many people are impatient with that time. Like you were saying, they give up way before it even comes. I'm like, oh my god, you were so close. It could have been the next day, and you don't know because you gave up.
Yeah, I think TikTok is honestly too such a great platform for small businesses because I feel like there is so much support there and people are so cool and creative and everyone has a story. So I feel like that is a really, really great platform to assist people in like jumping off.
100%. I always recommend, I'm very, like I said, into like the home marketing stuff, and I always tell people, please get TikTok. And this was before my video had success. I was like, get a TikTok, because those, you can have one follower, but you'll still generate mandatory anywhere from 200 to 250 views. So those are, possibly 200 to 250 customers slash clients. So always use TikTok. It's a great platform.
Yeah, my issue with it, I enjoy it a lot and I have some different videos, but I'm not really like super because I have so many things going on and ideas. I'm not good
Yeah,
at being super consistent on one thing.
right.
And so even with my business, there's so many different things. So I'm trying to figure out how to like market with things consistently because I feel like that's kind of how you like create your algorithm too and people kind of find out.
I feel you. My best advice for that, if I can, is
Yeah, totally.
batching content. I literally
Is what did
batch
you say?
content.
I
Batching content, which is
uh-huh.
when you take one day out of the week and you literally work on your content. It's very hard, and sometimes I sacrifice going out with friends or with dinners and things like that, but I stay home and I literally get everything, like Ellie, everything. Instagram, my personal Instagram, my business, TikToks. I make 21 TikToks in that one single day, so like I have 3 per day. Literally, it's a lot, but it's what I want to do. So you got to work for it.
Damn. But
But
do you
batching
think
content.
but how that's a really good idea. I don't know when the heck I would do it, but I could figure I mean if I feel like if I set myself up and I knew then I could make it happen. It just had to be like a part of the routine. But my problem is I kind of do too many things.
I feel you. I can agree with that to some extent. I have school literally every single day. On Monday, I have school from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. It's crazy.
That's
But
it.
what I do is throughout the week, I scroll through TikTok as we all do, and IG Reels and stuff like that, and I heart slash save things that I find inspiration from that I know I can make into my specific niche. And then that one specific day, I'm already thinking about that throughout the entire week up until that day. So I already know how to go to it. The video is easy to get on. The sound is there
Yeah.
for me. It's very easy to create the content that way. So that's my best advice is throughout the week, think about it, think about your outfits, have them on hangers, set up, and just shoot for it. Shoot for the stars.
All right, well, I'm going to have to do that this week. I'll get back to you on how it goes. The niche is the issue. The niche, because I have so many things and parts to what I'm doing. The niche is where I'm struggling.
Tell me about it. That was my biggest struggle, and it still low-key is because I have so many things about me that I would like to share, but now I feel like I'm starting to settle in. You know, I'm getting a little cozy in my spot right now, so I think that I'm starting to find my niche, but for sure, niches is the, like, key. It's the key, and it's definitely the hardest key. It's hard to find, especially like you, multi-talented, so it's hard to find.
Oh my gosh, just nice. Yeah, just when you want to try everything, or like, I'm like, okay, well, they just did a really cool trend, or like cooked something really cool, or like did some challenge. I want to do that, and so I'm like, can I show you how I did? But then, no, I can't.
That's where it's hard, I feel like, especially for us, separating, I want to call it the influencer from the business owner. It's very difficult, you know what I'm saying? Because you want to do the trendy things. You want to be on, you know, this is fun. I want to try it. Let's say the ice bucket challenge. So fun. I want to do it. But then you're like, I'm a business owner. You know, does it fit my niche? But what I can say is dabble around. Let's say this weekend, you're going to make 10 videos. Do 10 different things that you like. Literally, 10 different things that you like and see which one does the best. And then start generating instead of, 10 different things, do, 8 different things and keep 2 for that thing that did extremely well, and so on and so forth.
And you mean post them and then kind of see?
Yeah, post them, see the reactions, see what people are saying, and then if it does well, instead of having 10 different things, do 8 and keep 2 for the one that did well. And if it keeps doing well, then you keep putting more videos to that, and so on and so forth. And that's how you can kind of differentiate what's going to work for you.
It's a good idea. All right. I will report back to you next Sunday.
I hope it helps. Please do. Please do.
Oh my gosh. 10 videos. That sounds good because I cannot do 21 on a day right now, but I think that's just the biggest thing. I'm like, that's good. This is like good chatting time too, because seriously, you guys teach me so much too, because I feel like I'm hard on myself sometimes because I'm like, I'm not where I want to be yet, but it's because there's so many things.
Yeah. We are literally our worst critic. We are the meanest to ourselves because we're like, you could do better. What is this? You can do better. Like, so my advice is just know that you're doing the best that you can. And if you can do better, then take out the time to do better. You're only as great as you can make yourself, You're
so awesome.
Always try to shoot for the stars.
You're so
Thank
great.
You. I appreciate you. I really do.
Oh my gosh, of course. Lydia, I think Lydia, Leedia. If that's her name, it's Prettier. It's Prettier. It's pretty. I'm not sure. But she said, so proud of you. It's amazing how far you've come in life. Always been a go-getter and smash every dream and goal you have. Bless you always.
Oh, I love.
So
love.
Nice.
Thank you for being here. I love you.
So nice. Everyone's so kind. Seriously, comments have been popping off the whole time about you. You're so
oh my God.
Such an inspiration.
I just want to change the world, man. That's what I'm here for. Day at a time.
You're going to do it. Day at a time. You're going to do it. It's awesome. You're already making that happen. So
seriously, I can't wait.
So just to kind of finish up and end out, do you want to give any tips for people that are, hesitant on going after their dreams, or even people that have already started and have their own business, but like we just said, are in that spot where they're ready to give up, or even people that are flourishing and want to continue, like just to pump people up? Tips from Dezz.
Oh, period. Tips from Dezz.
Period.
So for starters, anyone who wants to chase your dream and you don't know where to start or you're scared to, I always tell them, imagine how upset you would be 10 years from now not chasing that dream. Imagine. I know had I waited and waited and waited, I would have been so upset, and I would have missed out on so many opportunities. You never, ever know. For somebody who's currently in a space where they're ready to give up, remember why you started. I was actually talking about this yesterday on TikTok Live. Remember why you started? And I saw a post and it was like, at my lowest, I created. At my brokest, I've created. When I was sad, I created. And that's what I always tell people, keep creating. Remember the creative process. That's why we're here. That's why we stand out, because we're different and we're creative in our own unique way. So stay creative. And for people who are currently killing it, I'm so excited. I'm wishing everyone many, many blessings, and I can't wait to see everyone flourish and blossom. We all deserve a chance to fly. Always say that.
Always have space to flourish and fly. You are seriously so wonderful. Everyone who has been here is so wonderful. I've seen a bunch of people who have been asking for me to save our chat, which I will be doing, and also where you can find it. So this is really exciting. But my brand is kind of like building as a whole, and we'll get to talk about this more. But it's called Elko, and there's a bunch of different segments that are going underneath it, but Chatty is a part of it. So I also have a YouTube channel, which at the moment, it's only Chatty episodes that are on it. But if you guys search Elko Community Building on YouTube, you will find us. You can subscribe and we'll find this conversation between Dezz and I will also be posting it on my IGTV, and it will save to my Instagram, and then I will be able to send it to you as well.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. Thank you. Seriously, thank you for all of this. I absolutely loved it, and I cannot wait for us to go out in the near future.
Of course. Seriously. No, seriously, if I'm pretty sure that I will be in Jersey City in June, if not like end of May. So I will
please
let you know, and it'll be super fun. My two best friends, they live like right across from New York, like right in this big apartment building.
Across I was gonna say, me too.
Okay. Across
I
don't
live
know
on
what it's
the
called.
strip of Washington staring at New York City. I live in the lower downtown area, yeah. Okay, I love that. I'm excited.
Close by. Yes. Well, thank you all, too, for your support. Like, seriously, everyone has been so kind. Continue supporting Dezz. Thank you for supporting both of us this evening and for being here for this interview. Keep up the good work, Dezz. I know you are going to make all your dreams come true, and I appreciate your support for me. I hope you have a good night, and I will talk to you soon.
Thank you. I hope that you have a great night. Keep flourishing, keep being successful, and I can't wait to see what you do. Seriously. Change the world, right?
Have a good night. Love you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.